right now, since it's in the spring, we're sampling our cover crop plots to see how much root biomass we get in there. And then this plot is actually our no cover crop plot, so we're just making sure we get our root biomass of our weeds to compare and see if our cover crops are rooting a little bit more than our weeds. So that's a little bit about what we're doing.
And so Taylor's going to look at, she's actually also collecting root biomass from Zero Rye and Hairy Vetch, and she's going to install some decomposition studies so we can look at how fast are the cover crops decomposing from different species. So will that match the uptake of the cash crop the coming year? So we'll plant corn in here, so how fast is the nitrogen being released from the cover crop versus when it gets taken up by the cash crop?
So this is the second year of the project.
Yep, this is the second
So
year of the
they
project.
don't have real results yet then.
So we'll be working on the results from here out. So this is the first year we're actually doing root biomass. So we'll probably take a few years to get a really significant change in the different plots. Right.
So when you go to larger size plots, how big an area are you going to try to go to?
As big as we can manage.
You think about going to 20-acre fields or just staying with 1 acre or less or what?
It depends on what we want to look at, but we could go to 1 acre fields, we could go to 20 acre fields. So it sort of depends on, like if we work with a farmer for a demonstration project, what's available, what they're willing to work with us on. So we could scale it up to sort of any size. The nice thing about the small plots here is just in terms of doing a lot of intensive work, it doesn't take an hour to get, to the next field over. So, but we'd like to eventually scale this up to some larger field scale projects.
That'd be good.
Anything else?
Now, your nutrients that you're putting down, are you putting the same stuff down so we can, compare year after year, or what are you doing with the nutrients?
So the nutrient regime is pretty much equal across the plots. So we might expect that the legumes are adding a little bit of extra nitrogen, right? And so that'll be something interesting to look at is do we get a little bit of a yield bump out of the legume crops if they're adding a little bit of extra nitrogen. But the legumes, of course, only go in front of the corn because we don't want to put legumes and extra nitrogen in front of the soybeans. It's sort of pointless. What else?
Have you got your soil at a certain level where the rate where it's all the same, the phosphorus and potash level is all pretty well the same?
Yeah, so this plot is nice because it's fairly homogeneous in terms of soil fertility, and so we try to keep everything pretty much the same so we can see the effect of the cover crops over time. So we don't want, high P over here, low P over there affecting yield. We want to know what the cover crops are doing. But we are measuring the soil fertility over time to see if are the cover crops doing anything to release more nutrients or make more nutrients available, through the rooting systems or whatever.
So through this study, you should be able to get a little information on nutrient management and what we can really do